and welcome to HRL Reach Throwback, week number 5 at fucking midnight again. Pog, woo, so much fun. Audacity SX is going to be round number 9. Let's go through the starting order. A little bit of a change in the schedule. Blackwater will be raced later on, and I'll probably go over it whenever recap comes out for this, because there'll probably have to be some switching around in the schedule, but that track will still be raced, so... Audacity was going to be in the grand finals, but now getting swapped up to the regular season, and we're doing it on this night. So, going through the starting order, far outside of the gate, it's going to be Detail, Hunter, Luke, Vulcan, Opix, Roman, Soul, and Turkey. Nice, Turkey. Nice. I think 22 lap race, off the top of my head. I'm not going to look. I think it's like 199 the checkpoint. There goes the gate. Green flag. Roman with a pretty good start. Definitely going to get the whole shot on this one. Pretty close for a few drivers off the rip. I think there was Vulcan caught on the end of somebody early on. Whoa. And aggressive going into the triple. Got to get pretty high in the berm, otherwise you're not gonna clear it. Can be pretty rough.
Checkpoint reached.
That's going to be tough. Opix going to the inside of Turkey for 4th place. And it looks like he's going to take the spot. Oh, Soul in the wrong side of the track. That's not good. Overran the berm into the way of the driver's got to be careful. Roman's going to lead the first lap down.
Checkpoint reached.
Opix trying to get by Hunter now. Hunter with a pretty big bog, not going to help them out. And yeah, it's going to really ruin Opix's run. Oh, Turkey. That sucks.
Checkpoint
It looks like we might have a battle for the lead soon. Detail in second. Trying to make the run on Roman. Both of these drivers with one moto win apiece this season. Trying to put another one on the board. And Roman, not as great of a run on the exit of that berm, I would say. So it's kind of close. Different lines through this split. Roman's definitely the protective one, but he does get there in time to get the run.
Checkpoint reached.
Pretty close. Let's see if they split it up this time. They are not going to. Both running the right side of that split.
Checkpoint reached.
Detail with a decent run on the left side. Let's see if he tries to make something happen. Interestingly enough, Roman actually decides not to take the berm that time. Decides to take a defensive line. Interesting choice. He does it again. Going for the inside. Going to try to get to the... in front of Detail here. Try to block him. But Detail does have the run. Just barely gets to the inside. They're going to split it again. Pretty good battle so far. But yeah, Roman, rough landing on the left side right there. That was kind of surprising. Not a great landing for him.
Checkpoint reached.
So Detail will take the lead, and he'll have a pretty significant gap. Now we have a close battle for 4th between Vulcan and Luke, who both had pretty rough starts. I don't know how they're able to get to this 4th place spot so quickly, but able to do so. Different lines in the split here. Vulcan on the left, Luke on the right. Could be a battle here. Yep, Luke's going to send it to the inside aggressively into Vulcan, but not cheese him too hard. But letting him know he's there. Vulcan going to bog pretty hard in the berm that time. Probably would have been better just to take the inside with the way that he took it. Luke trying to square up the move. Vulcan is going to be bogging again on this entry probably. Yeah, you can tell he's just not getting the entry. Hunter and Turkey pretty close behind us as well. Couple potential battles on track. Details still got a pretty decent gap on Roman. Different lines through this split, and it looks like it opens it up for Luke on the inside, side by side. Aggressive dive again, getting to the berm. Vulcan reading it, going for the crossover side by side still. Vulcan doing a pretty good job making these crossover moves, but this is still a really good side by side battle. Now they're going to have to take the lines they're not comfortable with. Switch it up.
Checkpoint reached.
At least he's trying to get to the berm before Vulcan can, and Vulcan does not get his speed
Checkpoint reached.
mega bog out of Vulcan. Wow, that was rough. Vulcan gonna lose 1, 2, 3 spots, almost 4 spots if Soul could stay on the track. Oh my god, what the hell was that?
Checkpoint reached.
He must have got some lag at the end there, because that was absurd. There's no way. That looked too ridiculous. I had to be some lag involved in that one, so unfortunate for Soul.
Checkpoint reached.
And do have report of a penalty for Opix. Something with a movie made on Hunter early on, so Opix is going to get a 1 position penalty. Running in the podium spot right now. Unfortunate for him, because he's in, you know, podium spot's a pretty good run for him on a Supercross at the moment, and he's got a pretty decent gap, but gonna have to see how that affects the results at the end of the race. He'd have quite a ways to go to Roman, but I mean, he'd have to get into that 2nd place spot at least if he wants to finish on the podium now, so definitely gonna change things up a bit. His current running order, and it's pretty gapped at the moment. Detail, Roman, Opix, Luke, Turkey. And then we've got Vulcan get back into it. He did. Vulcan got back ahead of Hunter. It's just not getting the line there. Hunter bogged on the exit, though. Well, that's not going to help. Soul going to be pretty far off now. That lag cheese, whatever happened to him, was not ideal. Not what he was hoping for. Let's flip through the perspectives for a bit. So this one's already gotten pretty gapped. We've been pretty lucky. The Supercross races so far in the season, I'd say, like, been pretty good on-track battles and stuff like that. That's usually not how Supercross races go. But it looks like this Audacity one early on is definitely getting gapped out a bit. Especially the Snake Run race had pretty good on-track battles for pretty much the entire race. Cedar Ridge, for some positions, did as well. Certain parts of the track, a few different packs of drivers. Roman running in 2nd, did get the whole shot. Got passed on 3rd or 4th lap, I want to say, and now has a pretty big gap to try to work down. It's going to take a lot. Probably going to need some lap traffic help and some mistake help on that one. That's going to be a pretty tough gap to make up.
Checkpoint reached.
Was working for a bit. Opix in 3rd, but does have the penalty on the board, so it's probably not where that at the time of the race. But that being said, I mean, even with that, still in a pretty good position for him. He's been a lot better on the Supercrosses on Reach as opposed to Halo 5. Definitely seeing a lot more success, a lot more speed on these. Definitely looking a lot better. Luke at 4th. It's the gap to Opix right now. Took the first 2 SX races, but right now this one's looking like a pretty tall order. So we're hidden past the halfway point. But is in the net 3rd position at the moment with Opix's penalty, so technically on the podium. Oh, this is getting spicy. All right, we got to watch this. The Britlander battle is just absolutely heated up.
Checkpoint reached.
Soul getting involved. I don't know how he's even like close to these guys with what happened to him. I don't understand how he's even in competition with them, but somehow he is. It looks like he's spicing it up. Vulcan must have had some rough laps. Wow, that lag bubble was insane. We could see that in theater. That was bad. That was really bad.
Checkpoint reached.
UK battle looking like it was going to heat up for a bit, but
Checkpoint reached.
not going to be happening now. Going to cool down a little bit. And Details catching up behind. Try to work the blue flags. Could make things kind of spicy here.
Checkpoint reached.
But yeah, Turkey was in that 5th place position. It's going to be 6, 7, 8. Vulcan, Hunter, and Soul here. All the UK drivers not having a good go of it on Audacity so far.
Checkpoint reached.
Vulcan, honestly, not that bad on a lot of the Halo 5 Supercrosses. Definitely some decent runs on a lot of them, but I feel like he's got
Checkpoint.
part of this track figured out, but there's just a few places where I think he's just running the wrong side of the split, and he's just not realizing it. Maybe he just doesn't feel comfortable with the other lines. I don't know, but I feel like he actually should have decent speed. But he's kind of missing the mark on some of the lines, I think, and it's kind of causing him to bog more than he'd like to.
Checkpoint reached.
That's kind of what I'm thinking. Could be a spooky moment for Detail here, getting close behind Hunter and Vulcan. Got to be careful. That being said, I mean, we see Roman on the left side of the screen. That's like a 2-section gap, so that's a pretty big gap.
Checkpoint reached.
So even if he does get cheesed, I think he'd be good for at least 1, but that being said, you'd still rather get by these guys and just not have to deal with that. Gonna get by Hunter here. It's gonna open up the battle for Soul, though. Oh my god. They are making it spicy. These guys want all the points back here. Oh no! Oh, what was that lag cheese? Why is their lag bubble so bad? Well, that was unfortunate.
Checkpoint reached.
So Detail's gonna get by all of them, but this UK battle's still raging on. Hunter's gotten ahead of it so far. Vulcan trailing him. Soul is back to 8th place. Yeah, that was weird. I don't really know why their lag is so bad, but didn't really seem like the drivers were in control too much on that one. Vulcan almost like completely spun, and Soul ended up flipping off of it. Oh, that's a pretty rough mistake right there out of Vulcan. It's going to cost him that spot. Soul bogging at, well, Vulcan bogged too, could hear it. I'm going to say that'd give him an opportunity to catch back up, but not going to be the case.
Reached.
Looks like we're getting into the last like quarter of the race here. Yeah, everything with the top 5 has gotten pretty gapped. Turkey's super far off now. 3, 4, 5. Opix, Luke, Turkey's super separated from each other. Luke and Opix are a little closer than they were before, but Turkey's way farther away. Roman's lost quite a bit of gap on Detail, and Detail's kind of checking out at this point, so things have definitely gapped quite a bit.
Checkpoint reached.
Go on board with Roman as he tries to get by some lap traffic, trying to work down Vulcan here, and again, that is the tough part of it. The way Vulcan runs that entry, he is not getting to the right side of the berm, and he is bogging a lot.
Checkpoint reached.
I feel like most of the track he has figured out decent. It's just like 2 main spots where he's just like not running the right line, and he's just like not adjusting. I feel like when he actually does run the right line, he's like fine, but
Checkpoint reached.
I don't know. Let's see if he does it again.
Checkpoint reached.
Yeah.
Checkpoint reached.
That time, I think he got the speed though. That time he did a better job getting over, so he actually didn't bog. So good job to Vulcan. He made a bit of an adjustment there. There you go.
Checkpoint reached. Checkpoint.
That's what we like to see.
Checkpoint reached.
I think Vulcan's at the end of it though. Vulcan was weird. Really rough start, then got back to a decent spot pretty quickly, and then had that one mistake that cost him several positions, and then was at the front of that backpack for a little bit, and now he's at the back of it again.
Checkpoint reached. Checkpoint.
Just all over the place. All over the place in this race. Turkey, I imagine, hitting some whips at this point. No? Disappointed.
Checkpoint reached.
Disappointed.
Checkpoint reached.
I was really hoping Turkey would be going for style points here. Wow, Hunter and Vulcan still struggling. What is happening? Something must have happened to Hunter. And now Hunter and Vulcan are in a heated battle again. Soul must have gotten away from this. He has. So he's got a pretty big gap now. He doesn't really have to worry about these guys for a bit.
Checkpoint reached.
Oh. Oh, Hunter with the big bog, but Vulcan coming off the back of it, and Luke with the horn honks behind,
Reached. Lap complete.
alerting of the blue flag.
Reached.
Lamau.
Checkpoint.
We'll see how they handle this. I don't even know if they're aware of it, not gonna lie.
Checkpoint reached.
Oh, Vulcan and Hunter's so aggressive. Oh my god, and that move from Vulcan gets Hunter stuck there. That is tough.
Checkpoint reached.
That is tough. Wow. That is a fat rip.
Reached. Checkpoint reached.
I think we're on the last lap. I believe so. I believe we're on the last lap here. Detail has taken a GP win. Got to the top step of the podium at Road America.
Checkpoint.
Has had some speed at these supercrosses, but not able to get to the top. Really bad start on Cedar Ridge. Had a chance there, but now it looks like he's going to put it all together. Good start, good race, good pace. Audacity. Detail's going to
Checkpoint.
take his second win of the season here.
Lap complete.
Pulling off to the side, we'll see where everybody else falls in. And Roman must have had some issues, because Opix actually got pretty close at the end. Seemed like Luke and Opix were both caning a bit. So must have had some issues there, but Roman will still finish second. Opix with the penalty, unfortunate. Cheesing Hunter earlier in the race is going to fall back off that podium spot, which sucks for him. So that's going to move Luke into the podium, Opix into fourth. And before any wise asses want to say anything about it, Opix was the one that gave himself the penalty. Punk bitches. Alright. Turkey in fifth. Looks like Soul should be able to hold on to that sixth place. These guys are... There they are. There he is. Soul will take sixth place. And with that aggressive move on Hunter, Vulcan will take the spot over him in seventh. Hunter will have to settle for eighth. So there you have it. There is Audacity SX. Pretty cheesy races. Pretty sloppy race, I would say. I feel like yeah, pretty schlop fest on that one. A lot of mistakes coming out on that one. Kind of surprising, but I don't know. This track's got some cheesy spots, low key, so kind of how it is. But anyways, the end of it, Detail will be taking the win. Roman second, and then Luke in the third place spot in the podium. That'll round out the podium, and we'll see you guys next race at COTA.